Hari Om. Today we are going to see one yugma. Yugma means what? Yugma is a word or a term in Sanskrit. It denotes couple of stanzas which actually form one sentence. But the sentence is not in a sentence form, but it is in the form of a shloka. So yugmas are used usually to denote some pairs. Like in English or in any other language, we find the usage of pairs of words. Like for example, yada tada means what? When, then. Yavat tavat, as long as, till. Yatha tatha, just as, so too. Yatra tatra, where, there. Now in this particular shloka, we are going to study the pair Yadrsham, taadrsham. So let's enter into the proper shloka. The shloka goes like this. Yadrsham vapate bijam kshetramasadya darshakaha sukrute dushkrute vapi taadrsham labhate phalam. Just as the farmer sows a particular type of seeds in his field, he reaps particular crops of that quality and variety pertaining to the seeds that he has sown in the field. So too, a man gets the results according to the quality of his karma or his actions. As you sow, so shall you reap is a very well-known English proverb. This particular shloka is based on this proverb. It is a power-packed message which should be understood by humans at a very early age. It actually means as the action, so the result. The word as we sow, so we reap. Sow, the word sow means to plant a seed, and to reap means to obtain or to earn. So this particular shloka tells us that one can enjoy the crop, the seed of which the farmer has sown in his field. If the farmer desires to reap the harvest of, say, mangoes, then he should plant the seeds of mangoes. If the farmer desires to reap the harvest of oranges, then he should plant the seeds of oranges. And in case the farmer wishes to bear or to reap the harvest of apples, then he should plant the seeds of apples. Very simple. If the farmer sows nothing, he will reap nothing at all. So whatever seeds the farmer plants, that fruits of that seed alone he gets. If the farmer sows an apple seed, he cannot expect to get the yield of mangoes. Very simple. The law of nature tells us that we must sow what we wish to reap. It is very simple. This proverb has a hidden message, which means whatever you do comes back to you. So this law is applicable to our lives too. We all, you and I, will have to bear the consequences of our actions. So we need to be alert, we need to be watchful always. A bad deed or a bad action or a thoughtless bad word uttered in haste or a bad thought that just crosses our minds will definitely produce results. What results? Bad results. It shall not produce peace of mind. It shall not give anyone even a wee bit of happiness. Therefore, we have to be vigilant when we perform actions. If we perform good actions, talk good and nice words, chant shlokas and mantras, and think only of high, elevating thoughts, then such good actions will definitely bring to us good results. So this shloka imparts to us a very good subtle message that we all are solely responsible for whatever situations that arise in our lives. There is no need to blame anyone for what is happening in our lives. There is no need to complain either. What has been done cannot be undone. But definitely we can chalk out a good future by working on our current actions. Whatever actions we do will sooner or later come back to us, and this is the law. We can make it work to bless us. We can make it work in our favor, isn't it? Can't we? The law of karma operates in this way alone. So you and I should be aware of what we are doing. Most people live a life without thinking of the consequence. The consequence would occur either immediately or weeks later, sometimes months afterwards, or sometimes it takes years or even birth to give us the particular result. So when people live without thinking of the consequence, what happens is they only get pain with less gain in their life. And why do we get pain? We get pain if we perform actions which are wrong, prohibited, then definitely we will reap the harvest of pain, sorrow, grief, difficulty, and adversity. If we perform good and noble actions, it will bring in fruits of prosperity. No doubt about this. The choice is with you and me to act wise. Now let us understand this with one example. In Ramayana, Kaikeyi was the youngest of the three wives of Dasharatha, isn't it? Now there we see her asking in return for a promise an exile of Lord Rama for how many days? Not days, but years, 14 years. And that her son Bharat should be crowned as the heir of Ayodhya. So Ramayana tells us that Bhagwan Rama leaves for the forest and he is accompanied by his wife Sita and of course his brother Lakshmana. Now the point here is we find that the consequence of this demand by Kaikeyi leads to the untimely demise of the king Dasharatha. because he could not bear the separation from his own son Rama. Then we also find for whom she is asking the boon, her own son Bharata refuses to become the king of Ayodhya. So what do we find? What is her gain ultimately? A bad name, widowhood, sadness, and on and to top it all, it is loosening of the bond of love with her own son. So this shows that the proverb, as you sow, so shall you reap, is true. Let us bear this in our mind and, and imbibe the implication of this particular sloka so that when we conduct in our day-to-day transactions, we are cautious. May Guru and Bhagwan bless us with alertness and bless us with good and noble actions. Om Tat Sat.